everybody, and welcome back to my Minecraft Forever world. Uh, I want to keep calling it a Let's Play, but it's really not because there's going to be so much that we do in this, so it's just going to be called Forever World for now. This is Wagatopia, and I am Elijah. Welcome back. I did a lot. Okay, so in the one of the last episodes, I talked about trying to record everything what I'm doing in this world. Uh, I was recording a large video, about 2.5 hours, kind of like one of my other episodes, and my OBS that I used to record crashed, and I lost the recording. So I have a lot that has gotten done. So we're gonna start by showing off what has been done. I did decorate, kind of. It's not finished, but started decorating around the Nether portal entrance, portal park. So we got some mushrooms that are big, some big mushrooms, and some uh, cherry blossoms. I'm thinking about taking the top part of that mountain over there and turning it into a cherry blossom biome, like self-planting as a cherry blossom biome. We really haven't done anything in the Nether yet, but I do want to get another highway to some of the different places around here, maybe even the villages. I got a little walkway, and then I built this little kind of a spot to sit. I don't know what you would call it. It's not a pagoda, but it's like a latticed area to sit. You can kind of sit here and contemplate that you spent hours and hours in Minecraft and not on anything actually productive. But I mean, people are enjoying the series, so I'm really enjoying the way that this is looking though, with the leaves falling and stuff. Just adding tiny bits of movement I've learned as I've been building is like the way to make the world feel like way more alive, because this is a fairly static game. Like if you don't produce movement, like even with like the seagrass and stuff like that, it's it just starts to feel really stagnant, which is not a bad thing. Some people like the way that kind of makes it look like a miniature. Okay, sorry. I have not done anything with the animals yet, which might be something that we do work on, and it's kind of a good time because the sunset's starting to happen. A little bit more dramatic lighting. But I have been doing a lot of work with the animals, been breeding them and collecting resources from them and all that. Okay. As you can see, there's been a lot that's changed here. So let's go back around. I'll tantalize you with the idea. There's our fishing hut down there, which I am going to do a fishing episode here pretty soon. We're still working on the bees. I did kind of move them because of what you're about to see over here, but I am going to breed them so eventually we have some bees in this again. So I have a little flower garden here on the side of the house that's got just tulips in it. I kind of just wanted different colors of the tulips. I thought it was kind of cute having the little flower beds up here. And I can actually turn this into anything later on. It doesn't always have to be tulips. Here's the flower garden that we built on the recording. And now we got something a little bit different. So let's start looking at this here. So this is my actual farm. Let's hop up here. I have a bunch of little pumpkins. But yes, this is the total farm right here. I have every crop, and I kind of grew them in these like really pretty designs. And I try to make the best of the smaller space that I'm working with, and I do think it came out really nice. I like the way this looks a lot. I did add instead of like adding lights in the middle, I put the firefly bushes, so at night you can see like fireflies above this, which is kind of awesome. And then I put bees in the middle of these because I was reading that when bees pollinate flowers, there's a chance that they can actually go across your crops and pollinate them. So I was kind of thinking of like cohesiveness to the world, like this is how all of these crops are grown by having these bees. At the ends, I've put kind of like a barrier of the sweet berries, which it does kind of make it a little annoying to like actually get the crops because you constantly take a little bit of like chip damage from them, but it looks really pretty, and it gives you these really pretty sight lines. throughout this. All of these spruce trap doors I've had to build, but it gives us this really nice just feeling while you're in here. So nice. And this kind of wraps around this side as well and goes all the way up and over. So it's kind of like a really nice little area on the island, and it gives you plenty of food, I will tell you that. Any bigger, and I don't think I'd want to do that. Oh, there's an Enderman over there. I got to start collecting some Ender pearls. But the so right here, I have to go and get more of the oh God, what is it? It's the tree in the plains biome, because I made these, and when I cut down my tree that I brought from the Adventuring for Propagules episode, it didn't drop another sapling, so I couldn't replant it. So I'm gonna have to go grab some more of that eventually, because I want to finish putting these on these trapdoors in front of the sugarcane. These are like a sugarcane terrace that I worked on, and it's really cool. I had an idea. If you see the water's not like even yet, I had an idea for trying to make this automated, where like you could knock them into the water and they would go down to a chest below these stairs, but it didn't work. Never could get it to work. So I just said screw it. I'll just hand harvest. Sorry about that. I smacked my mouse. But yeah, if you look at this at night above the fields, there's like I said, not a lot of movement, but when you add stuff like that to the middle of this, it creates like that atmosphere that I've been looking for, which is nice. I haven't fully gotten any, like, everything done yet. Like this right here, I'm gonna add another little scarecrow. Okay, I'm going up here. So the sugarcane goes all the way around, and these are all like different crops. So I have like potatoes, beets, carrots, all that kind of stuff. Sugarcane comes up and around, and then we have a little area in the garden that is like just kind of relaxing. And I built this. It's not like a super like pretty water fountain. I mean, it is pretty, but it's not like super ornate or anything. I just used some cobbled not cobbled deep slate, some chiseled tuff, and then cobbled deep slate stairs and regular stone stairs, or stone bricks I should say, and deep slate bricks. But it kind of gives it a good feeling here. It kind of darkens this too, because this is a really bright area, so it kind of pulls from the house down to here, which is kind of what I wanted. Also added a little bit of the granite to kind of match the nether portal, so I was kind of trying to make this look like kind of like it's from that same time frame. Got a little mushroom. Here's the continuation of the tulips that goes all the way up and around right here, and then comes back over. You can kind of see where I stopped right here. It just goes to nothing. And I did do a lot of clear cutting back that direction. I see a mushroom way over there and some light, so there must be some lava or something. There must be some freaking lava over there. I got these from a wandering trader. They open up at night, which is really cool. Gotta figure out how to get more of those. Those are neat. So down here, nothing really has changed much since we looked at it. Oh, I do have some cooking. Oh yeah, my chickens. I can add those to the upstairs, which has changed quite a bit. So in the last episode, we didn't really have much of a house. Like, we had the bottom part done, and we needed a spot to live. So I was working on, in that same video, getting the house decorated. And this is what we had kind of come to an agreement on here. So it's not done. Here's my map, which looks awesome. Once that gets finished, it's gonna look sick. So I have my little entryway here with like a chest you can put like your tools in for the end of the day. I'm thinking about maybe at some point doing like an armor stand over here, so you can like make this almost like a little mud room. You walk in and you have a nice little spot to sit and watch TV, which is kind of what this is supposed to be. It's not really supposed to look like a painting. It's supposed to look like a hanging TV, which is kind of cool. And I used the cherry. Ooh, it's starting to rain. Nice. Rain and music. Dude, Minecraft's aesthetic right now. So I have a little couch with a little ottoman, little pink couch. That might change eventually to warped, because I would like I'd like to use more warped wood in here. I think warped couch would look really nice, like a dark green, or I think it's warped. That is the green. Whichever one is that kind of that green colored wood that you get in the nether. Over here, I have a little small library that I'm gonna fill up with books, and then my little bedroom up here, which is kind of like its own little cozy nook that's gonna look out over. Over here is gonna be the like the pasture for the animals, and then I'm gonna have a small villager house section over here with a bridge right there, bridge over there, and then I don't think I'm gonna do a bridge back this direction, but I'm gonna have at least maybe 3 bridges or 2 bridges coming off the island to the mainland. Okay, over here, this is the part that's not really been finished yet, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But over here, I have my little kitchen, which I thought turned out really good. I used I put a campfire underneath the smoker so that it looks like it's cooking. Like, let me cook, like, all the time. And I put a picture frame with a piece of steak on it so it looks like it's something cooking, which I thought was kind of cool. Up here, I have my my food storage, which I've been, you know, slowly getting. I have like 26 steak. This is eventually just going to be full enough where you don't have to worry about food at all. And I have kind of like a thing where it's like, like here's the dishwashing station, here's like a trash can, or like after you're done like cutting up meat and stuff, you can put scraps in it. Then I have some places for people to sit with like placemats and a cup, which I thought looked kind of cool. Now over here, I don't know what I'm gonna put here yet. Think about maybe doing like a small music area, like right here. A place that can, like, I can have my record player and then like maybe some stacks of records or something. I don't know, something weird like that. I have a little book nook here. Oh yeah, and I gotta show you this. This was a fun idea that I thought of. So I put dripstone on top of the wood here so that it looked kind of like it was like a drip feeding the flowers. And so like when you're sitting here, you can like watch it and it'll just drip on top of these. So I was thinking kind of like the flowers were getting watered even when I'm not here. See? Just like that. I put this out here to kind of look like beads that go out onto the patio. And then here's the patio. Nothing's changed out here really. Put some spruce doors there. But yeah, this is the view for now. I'm probably going to put like a little something there. And I have to figure out what I want to do on the very edge of the peninsula. So I'm thinking about maybe doing like a small seating area. That goes down towards the farm, which is, I'm loving the way that this is turning out here. This is awesome. Okay, so this is the main floor. We had the downstairs, and then I, at the very end of the episode, was finishing this up here. So I wanted a better place to organize stuff, especially once we get later into the game. So I started building like an organization area. Now there's a lot of fencing up here. Just, I'm maximalist sometimes, but I was thinking like to support the I was talking almost in a run-on sentence. To have the amount of support to lift that up, all the rock and everything of the roof, I thought that it would need a lot of support up here. So that's why I built it like this. That was my like lore behind it. But this is going to be my small crafting and storage area. So I have a whole bunch of chests in here that are ready for storage. And I was thinking like wood and that kind of stuff over here, and then weapons and like armor trims and all that kind of crap is going to go over here. So right now this is it. I think maybe do like a small brewing stand or something. I don't know. Up here is just more for utility. And I have this like nice floating staircase that goes down, which I thought came out really nice with the slabs because it doesn't take up a ton of space. And I thought that came out really nice, this whole little area right here. Just that one little corner over there is I don't have a spot for anything yet. But yeah, this has been my little tour of this. You get up here and kind of see some other spots. But yeah, this is it's coming along really nicely. I really wish I would have had that recorded, but you know, whatever. It's fine. So we'll kind of leave it there. I'll get my inventory back up. I was using wood swords and stuff to kill the cows. Speaking of which, these cows taken care of. Don't look at me. You're making me feel bad. The Minecraft vegan challenge. Okay. Let's grab all of our goodies. Okay, I got 14 leather. The leather. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys this anyway. So, I did make a cartography table. One of the things that I wanted to get started on was an enchanting setup. So I did end up making an enchanting table, and then 16, you only need 15, but 16 bookshelves. So, you know, we can now make an enchanting room. And I have an idea for it, but I don't quite know how to accomplish it quite yet. Because I really want it to be underwater, and I was thinking out this back room here would be an awesome spot for it if we built it like down here. So like, speaking of which, I did find this like super creepy thing. Like, look at that. That was just down here like this. So scary. Minecraft is a horror game disguised as a block builder. But I thought like right here would be a great place for like an underwater enchanting room. And then maybe we could turn this into like some sort of either like wildlife sanctuary or something around it. But I thought that where that cut in is and how it kind of just has a big bowl right here, I thought it would look so cool to have an underwater enchanting room. I don't know how to do that. I've never built anything underwater, which might make for a fun video in the future, but I am gonna have to gather a bunch of glass and materials and stuff for that. So it will be definitely in the future. I think for now we're gonna make some books. And then go fill up our library. If I can remember where the books are at. There it is. I'll make 6 books. I can make 6 books. So we still have 8 leather. Let's go start filling up our library. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Aw, so cool. Our library's starting to come together already. I should put a little cheeky torch over here, just so there's a little bit more movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. We need to bring one of our dogs actually up here now that this is all fixed up. I still need to find another name tag as well. I don't remember opening that back door up. That's scary. I know I did, but come on, doggy. You're getting the good life and the. Now come over here. Why are you running? Come here. No, don't fall in the water. Oh my god. Oh, he's got the zoomies. He's like, just like no clipping around. Okay, come on, doggy. Come here. Yes. Oh, perfect spot. Oh, look at him. He's got his own little spot. Let's put him on the couch. There we go. Oh, what a cutie. You get another piece of steak just because you're so nice. Oh yeah, I can cook up this raw beef. Where's the beef? I have my other dog down here. Maybe the other dog should go up there. Actually, the other dog should probably go back to the, I should have kept him over in the fishing house. Come on, doggy. What? Can you dye their collars? Come here. Come on, dog. Come on up. Both are gonna be in here. Oh, he shook off his fur when he got into a dry area? Dude. This game is like terrifyingly cute. Come here. Why do you not listen to me? Come on. Come up here. Oh my god. Oh my god. So we got somebody who doesn't want to listen, huh? Alright, then you can sit at the door. Nah, you're going down here. You're going into the fishing shack. Come on. The other one got an upgrade. I'm getting an upgrade. Get whoa. These dogs are scarier than Endermen, I'm telling you. Come on. Come here. There you go. Okay. Sit your happy ass right there. Just think about what you did. With the sad music starting to come in. We should see if we can dye the collars. That would be kind of cool. But I do have some dyes here. I'm thinking a yellow collar would look kind of sick. Yellow and green are both my favorite colors. Oh, you can dye the collars. Oh, it looks like he's got a little gold collar on. Oh my god. This game's sick. I like having the little dog in here. I hate hearing the llama though. So I think we should maybe start building... Should maybe take my dirt and start filling this in so that we can have our pasture. And then maybe we start building the barn. Let's grab our... Oh yeah, I've got quite a bit of everything now. Except diamonds. Diamonds and iron are both like stuff that I really don't have a ton of. This world has not been providing a ton of iron. Which means I might have to build an iron farm. If we built an iron farm, we would never have to worry about iron again. Which would be very nice. I think we... Yeah, let's start filling this in. See how far I want to actually... So I'm thinking villagers can go... I'm going to fill this in under here too. Oh, wow, that goes like way back up in there. Like an underground grotto. Gotta put my shield away. The shield's getting ready to break. As you can see, some of my armor is broken as well. Wonder if you can build a squid farm, because black ink would be kind of nice to get. But I'm thinking the small village kind of right here, with like 2 or 3 houses, like small bean houses. You know what I mean? Lay epic small bean. Fill this bad boy in. Oh, I'm gonna need like way more dirt. So much dirt. Yeah, it makes me so mad too because like it seems like the stuff I've been recording is not the most exciting. And then when I do record, I have to like go and get dirt. That last episode with that OBS crashing really that put a damper on my day. I remember when I looked, I stopped the recording and then I went and looked and I was like, OBS crash. I was like, huh? I went, huh? I just stared at it and I was just like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. It was not kidding me. Definitely not. So I think we keep the step down to the water. And then we kind of start bringing this out like so. Start making our there. We do need some space for these animals. Especially once we get all the grinders and stuff going. That'll definitely give us a lot more space. And more space to build. Which is... That's one of the things that in this... I usually pick like out in a place like that to build. But islands are a lot trickier to build on. Just because you're so limited on space. Let's get some of these knocked down. Can always use more oak. Oops. I think for the barn, I don't really have a good idea of what I want the barn to look like, so I might have to maybe do a quick search and kind of see something. See if I can find anything that looks cool. Because it can't be a very big barn. That's kind of one of the problems I run in. When I start building something, I always want to make it like way too big. And in this game, it's like, especially like where I'm at currently, I can always build another I can always build another place for these animals. But I want to have some on the island. Especially for the resources. Like the beef. Cows are probably like the most important. I don't know what was going on there. Like just hopping around, just causing a real big scene. Grab all the nice little saplings. Yeah, when my recording crashes, I've been doing that. When I'm actually able to record, it's this. Unless this crashes, which would be very not good. That would be, oh my god. I don't even want to say that. Please don't crash. OBS gods, please. Listen to my pleas. Maybe make... Because I want the bridge... The bridge is going to go over here. At the smallest choke point of the island, right here. Bridge will go over to that side. Maybe I can make like a small little something over there. But right in there, I'm thinking of a big enchanting room. Just all glass and then books. So that it's just floating in the middle of that would look so sick. Let's kind of bring these together. Come together on Walkatopia. Gotta watch it. Somebody told me that my last name is like something bad, so I'm not gonna say what it is, but like apparently it means something bad. Which I'm like, it's just my last name. Give me a freaking break. It also doesn't help that my initials, first name Elijah, last name Wagaman, just spell out "ew." So my initials are just "ew," which I'm like, that's fair. That's pretty much what I feel like. We're gonna have to go get more dirt. I don't think we have enough dirt to flatten this out. Oh yeah, we might. Gotta go grab the there and leather so I can make more books. Because I have enough to make the it almost sounded like Hank Hill. I have enough to make the enchanting table. Hank Hill plays Minecraft. We could build like a Strickland propane. I built Strickland propane in Minecraft. That'd be sick. Damn it, Bobby. I want feather falling. Sorry, dang it. Bobby's got an elytra. Like flying around. Damn it, Bobby, get down from there. Okay. He just slams into the ground. Oh my god. Hank, I made it to the end. I beat the Ender Dragon. Dale, you giblet head. Oh, we're having a little too much fun here. Oh my god. That would be sick. Hank Hill Riders, get on it. Hank Hill and Kingdom Hearts. Hank Hill and all of it. All of it. Maybe we make the barn down here, and then we could have pastures that kind of go up the hill, and we could build like a little walkway to go to it. Sorry for like jumping around a bunch and like not like staying on task. I just when I start thinking about something, I have to like kind of visualize it by like turning and actually like looking. I don't have to apologize. This is my fucking channel. What am I talking about? Old apology me is out. New confrontation me is in. Whew, that is using up a ton of dirt. But we can kind of plan out where this barn's gonna go today. The only thing that I really need now is I need to get acacia, which is the name of the wood earlier that I could not remember. The acacia wood there was no acacia sapling that fell when I chopped it down. So this next time, instead of just getting one, I'm going to get like 4 or 5 of them so that I get another propagule. Because that made me so mad. This game is so much fun, but it makes me like crash out sometimes. Like that right there. You just like do something stupid and you're just like, oh my god, Minecraft. Okay, I have one more stack. One more stack of wood. And then the bridge will go like right over here. So actually right in here might be a good spot for the barn. Make sure I keep this lit up. I don't want any scary mobs to spawn. What was I do? There was a thing earlier. I was when I was building the farm. It was like one of the weird moons that comes out that has like the outside edge is like darker than the inside. It's like, I guess it's like a lunar eclipse, I guess. But I was like standing over there, and for whatever reason, it sounds like that start of a stupid ass creepypasta. I was playing Minecraft at 3 a.m. But like legitimately, I was playing and like I looked over and I saw like it wasn't an Enderman. I think it was a skeleton. But when I turned to look at it, the skeleton like despawned immediately after it looked at me. And I'm like, what? I guess it was kind of like that right there, where I was maybe just far enough that the entity, like, spawned out or something. But, like, it literally made me, like, it gave me chills. Like, it gave me chills. Number, number 15. Number 16. The disappearing skeleton of Wagatopia. The last thing you want on your survival island is a disappearing skeleton, but that may be exactly what you get. Dude, I'm on one today. Like, we gotta go get more dart. Gotta get some dart. I have cobble out the wazoo, so I'm gonna just grab these. We can finish filling that in. But yeah, I was like standing over here and it's just like all of a sudden, like it was like just like that. I saw him move. He turned, looked at me, and then I turned like this and he despawned immediately. It's scary. It like literally did. It made my hair stand on end. It made my my Norwood 3 stand on end. For all you balding men out there, you get it. I guess I should have slept. Oh yeah, real quick, since we're here. Over there is a spawner. That is, I dug out a spawner location so that we can build a skeleton farm right here. And then I have another spawner, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe that's the... Yeah, that's the skeleton spawner, and then we have... I can't remember. Let's go take a look real quick. Might as well. I don't have to explain it. I can just show you. Let's light the way up to it so that we can remember it. Oh my god. There's all these freaking mobs everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the skeleton spawner. No, is this the spider spawner? Okay, yeah. This is spider spawner over here. And then I have a skeleton spawner, which that's actually a better way to get to the mine, to be honest. That should just be our mine entrance, so we could build the spawner here and then have an entrance that comes around. But I was doing some work. This was off camera. This was stuff I was not recording anyway, because I was just down here getting some resources. And I dug out a place up here above the skeletons. Above the skeleton. So we have the skeleton spawner here. So we have a spider and a skeleton spawner, which is flippin' epic. So we can have bones and string. So we'll have to work on that at someday. We'll make two mob farms from that. I guess I might as well just get dirt from here. Or from around here, maybe. Ow. You know, I could actually just build a staircase up to the spawner from here, and then I could have both spawners in a line that go up, which would be not too bad. But I kind of turned this into a oh yeah, pseudo, I don't know why I'm not just sleeping in the bed. A pseudo, base right here. Yeah, I have the spider spawner there. It's not a cave spider, so I don't know the difference. Like, I know the cave spiders will poison... Or wait, is this a cave spider? Yeah, so this is a cave spider spawner. And then the other one's just a regular skeleton spawner. But it goes straight down to here, and then I just tunneled my way up. Now we have a quick, easy way to get to a spawner. We really want to start doing that. And like I said, to be fair, this is actually an easier way to get to the actual to the mine. Let's keep our whittle wooden sword out. Kind of make a better entrance here. Like that. I can actually clear out the top of this hill and make this a I can make this like an Adventures Guild house up here. That's scary. This game really is unnerving. Like, when I'm playing this at night, sometimes I just get like... It is kind of scary. This game just is kind of spooky sometimes. Especially when you're down in the caves and like you hear like the weird noises that they play. It will make your freaking hair stand on end. I also need to get some melons. I need, yes. I need some. So I've also been working on another series, kind of in the background. I've been looking. I've been wanting to try to go around and highlight some of the old Garry's Mod servers, and I have one of those on my already up, but it's one that I've kind of been a part of for, I don't know, almost 7 years now, which is crazy. But I'm trying to find some different ones. So if there's anybody, if they make it this far into the video, if there's any Gmod servers that you used to frequent and want me to visit and do like a kind of archive on, let me know, because I'm trying to find some cool like hidden gem servers. And Gmod is a crazy place. But I kind of want to do that before the new one comes out, because after that, a lot of these servers, I'm assuming, are going to shut down. Or at least migrate over to the new, whatever format it is. Sandbox, I think, is the name of the game. But it's in the Source Engine 2. Which is kind of crazy. What people will be able to do with that is going to be insane. Got a nice little day trip of gathering dirt. Get this whole area flattened up here, and we could even make like a small, like I said, an adventures guild over here would be kind of cool. Just use up the rest of our shovels. And you get a nice view of the starter island from over here. Because I can't build all the farms that I want, because eventually I want to have some actual, like, farms that are automated, which is way down the line, because I don't know how to use redstone, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's all stuff I'll have to probably look up and learn, because most of this has just been kind of off the cuff. Like I've looked up a few, like with the apiary, I had to look up why the bees were still coming out, and we figured out what had happened, stuff like that. But all this other stuff I've just been kind of building off the cuff, and I think it's kind of turned it into a little bit more of a special spot, because it's not just builds from somebody else. Those are actual things that I've built, or at least, you know, facsimilations of, you know, stuff that I've seen, but did it myself this time instead of looking at an actual tutorial. Because that was kind of my problem on the old server that I was on, is I had some builds that were mine, but they were kind of sloppy and not really well done. Which I'm not saying that my builds now are not sloppy or whatever, because they can always improve, but using other people's stuff just isn't as satisfying as like making up your own designs and everything and just kind of seeing how it all comes together. Because like to me, like seeing this and how we started with like nothing here, and how it's like it's now this like nice little cozy area with like, you know, then it has a nether portal now, and it's got its own like little, it's really cool. It's a really cool feeling. There's very few games that offer that kind of thing. I think that took us the whole day, just doing dirt, just mining dirt. And once we get efficiency on some of our stuff, when we get the enchanting table started, that's when it'll all kick into high gear, I think. That almost sounded like Jingle Bells for a second. It was like, damn it. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Like January, we have like 11 months before it's Christmas again. I'm sitting over here singing Christmas songs. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. Go on without me. Just leave me here. It's actually the last day of January already. It's crazy. January 31st already. Time flies when you're in an existential crisis. And I was reading about how people don't like that kind of humor anymore, which is fine. I get it, because it's kind of been overdone at this point. But that is like the millennial... this is kind of... It's kind of epic. Yeah, if I ever say anything negative on here, I'm not like necessarily a negative person. It's just more of a... it's more of an easy way for me to just kind of voice frustration. But I'm not like necessarily a super negative person. On some things I am. But like when I'm playing a game, it's just to make conversation and be lay epic Quirko. Yeah, I gotta figure out a design for this barn. We might even do like a small layout with thinking about making it dark oak. So we'll probably have to plant some dark oak trees. And get kind of a buildup of dark oak wood. We'll have enough to flatten this whole area out, which is nice. Because the efficiency of any of the things on this is like very low. So all of this is more for the aesthetic and just for the calm aspect of it. Like I'm not going to do any like huge cow grinders or anything like that here because it's the noise that they produce is like insane. Which I know you can turn down entity noise and all that. But that actually looks pretty nice. Then we can have, so we have two separate exits for this area. One there and one there. So I think we figure out where that exit is going to go to, and then we kind of start determining the placement of the stuff. Let's see. I'm kind of gonna get a higher vantage point here because I can move these, and then I'm gonna run this all the way out to here. But I'm thinking the barn. Maybe the barn goes here. And then right next to the barn is the bridge, and then we could build like a small like trading center there. Because I've built, that's facing this way, that one's facing this way, and that one's facing this way. So I'm thinking the barn maybe faces like kind of like that. And then we have fencing, so like barn entrance goes here, fencing all the way up and around here. And then it kind of goes all the way over. Then we build the bridge right there. Sleep away this rain. It's kind of getting annoying working in the rain. Let's see what that would look like. So I come up, I go to bed. So when I wake up, I can like look out. There's the barn. I do think we need to maybe either push that out or take it. We could probably terraform that out a little bit. I need another shovel. What's up, doggy? Oh, hi, doggy. You're my favorite customer. I have to give me a dozen roses, please. I think we take this part out. Kind of like that. And then this part gets pushed out. Like so. See how much we can do with that. We could always push this back a little bit. Okay, so I think middle house. I want to have a house here and a house here with villagers in them. So it makes maybe boom, boom. How many is that? Yeah, 3. I'm talking small houses. Something like that. And then maybe a house that faces this direction, like boom, boom. Something like that. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a double. And this one also okay. Yeah, so something like that. So you have a house here, house there, maybe a small area for like a gathering place here. That does kind of block that just a little bit. I might have to take this out farther. This is why I do this before setting anything in stone. Get it? Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Let's go outside and throw the fish skin. Something like that. Because I don't want to block that nether portal. Which I might with a house right here would actually probably block that. Maybe this house goes this way. That house comes this way. And we could turn that villager into like the farmer. I know this is like not necessarily necessary for this right now, but something like that is kind of what I'm looking at. Dude, the ADHD in this game is so bad. It just makes me like... Because I want everything to like look like I'm thinking of, but then I can't like necessarily visualize it, so then I have to like kind of sit here and go, kind of like so. And I think we take this back. Though we could have another couple wheat fields there, because I think that's on the same level as our... It is. So we could technically have a couple, just a ton of wheat fields here. And then barn. Let's see where this would actually go. So I want house here, and then that would go down this direction. Which would put it, yeah, that'd put it about right. That is probably where I'm going to put it at. let's build that up a little bit, see what that looks like. It doesn't need to be super like tall or anything. It just needs to be a barn area. Probably, I would say. Then we could even do overhangs for the animals. Have like a hayloft that goes up. Maybe we do 4. Their mobs are like too high, so bruh. I gotta sneeze. Every time I record, I sneeze. Awesome. Love that. Let's see. For now, at least, we'll just get the... I'm not building a whole thing out of dirt. I'm just trying to see how that looks. Barn there. I almost maybe want the barn just a little bit farther in so that the... Well, because the pin can go right next to the water and then come up and then over. So it's like kind of like that. And then I probably do need to knock this wall back a little ways. Gotta get some food. Gonna be another kind of planning episode, so sorry about that. Sorry about that, gamers. Let's get this knocked back to the where it's just a single edge. Gonna make it look a little natural, make it kind of random. Yeah, so that'll come this way. So this I need to line up no matter what. So that's got to go. Why isn't it? Oh, is it because of that? Eventually, I'm gonna put some like compacted soil, stuff like that there. Okay, so that's where that's gonna go. Right there. I can start knocking back from here. Like so. Like that. Then we can take that out and make this a whole area. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. Only have one more shovel, huh? Goes that way. So maybe I do want that to stay like right to here. I could technically still build a wheat field along the edge of this. I even have enough space. I could even build them a nice little spot to like drink from, like a little watering hole or something. Could even make them a little watering hole. All dreams are possible in Utopia. Like I said, for now, this is not really supposed to be like a super efficient. Though I could build mob grinders in the actual barn. And then have them outside so it still look nice, but it hides the horrors within. Yeah, I kind of like the way that this is looking a little better. This feels more kind of open. Oh, there goes that. The rest of this I'm going to do by hand. I don't care what anybody says. If I see a comment about me knocking dirt down with my hands, I'm going to get mad. And you don't want to see me mad. You don't want to see this angry. That looks pretty good. For the dark oak fence. I wonder how I can... I wonder if I could actually put... I wonder if I could put the mob grinders in here. Because it's only like this. So if I had cow, sheep, chicken, something like that, and then do the grinders down the inside. I could even put where everything funnels into like one chest, like right here. That would actually fit pretty good. And then we could just enclose this in, so we could have like even a big double door, like Doug double door or something. So we need it to be one bigger. Probably just do that and then do like you know what I could do is I could use a dark or a spruce door and then use spruce trapdoors to make it like look like one big barn door with the... And I'd still have a spot to walk around on the inside. How big would that need to be? These definitely need to be up one more. Something like so. See how this looks. I know I might have brought it up before, but the different moon phases in this game, I didn't notice that until this playthrough. That there was different moon phases. That is sick. That is so cool. I wonder if there's any like hostility stuff with like if it's a full moon, if you're more likely to have like attacks and stuff. Just see what this looks like. So we have barn. Actually, that looks pretty dang good. So we have that small sloped roof, and then all the way around it, we have different pins. This, though, doesn't quite make sense where this is coming out of. Though we could just have it where it goes to the animal pins. That's just another way to get to the animal pins. And we could even have like the house for that over here, right here. Because eventually I want villagers on this island. Let's see what that would look like. So we're coming out here. Yeah, that looks pretty dang nice. That looks pretty good, I tell you what. Because we have the road here, and we might even turn that to where it crosses, and that's the bridge that goes over to here. huge floating bridge. Then we could have our cow and mob grinders there, so that we would never have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. Let's feed our chickens. Okay, they're all fed up. They're fed up with me. We do that. We have the barn down there. I do like that. I like that a lot. So maybe we start to... Let's start getting some stuff together for that. So I'm thinking dark oak. And with the dark oak, we need to be planting a lot. Because I think I only have like maybe 40 of them, which is not enough to do anything with. So we'll go upstairs and grab some dark oak. I'll refill my dirt. Refill the dirt for now. Maybe put that in here. For decoration. I love the dog with the yellow. It's so nice. Okay, so dark oak. Oh, yeah, I only have like 47 of those. But I have 8 saplings, so I'll be able to plant 2 of them. We'll get that started. And I might as well, while I'm here, make a few axes. Like so. I was thinking for the roof, maybe we do... I wonder how do you make a... I guess it'd be with clay, because it'd be kind of cool to do red, like terracotta for the barn, so that it was actually a red barn. That would look kind of cool. Let's get these planted up real quick. Give these bad boys plenty of space to just figure themselves out, you know? Oop. So I wonder if you need... Can you make terracotta with bricks? Or do you have to use like a... I'll have to look that up, because I don't know. Because red terracotta would look awesome. So with my bricks... Oh my god, I don't... Oh yeah, I put them in here. I need to get a better spot for those. I have all that upstairs. With the brick, can you make terracotta? No. So it must be just clay. So I might have to go and get some clay. So I don't want brick, necessarily. I mean, a red brick barn would look kind of sick. Brick, sick, red brick. Maybe we go and grab some... Let's go grab some clay. Yeah, that looks so cool. Actually, like that's looking really nice. So we'll get some clay, build our thing up here, and then maybe design the cow grinders. If I can find some clay, there's some. There's some over there too. I don't know how much it takes to make that, but we are in a river, which is nice. Dude, Steve can hold his breath for like a long time. As a child, I yearned to dive deep into the mines. I am Steve. God, that movie came out last year. Holy crap. That's scary, dude. Don't drown. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything because this is not a hardcore world. Which, you know, a hardcore world would be kind of fun. It would definitely put you way more on edge while you're playing. And maybe one of these days I can. Especially once we beat this way down the line. We get through the end and beat all the goodies, all the bosses and that. We can fight the Wither. And we can fight the Warden and the Ender Dragon. There's so much to do. So much to do in this game. Can't wait for them to make a season pass. God, that makes me so sad to think about. If Minecraft's like, we got new bosses locked behind a season pass. New content locked behind a season pass. Oh look, I made myself a little spot I can breathe in if I want. Definitely hate that, the way that did that. Why isn't that letting me pick up that? Let me pick up the stupid... There it is. The dirt. Let's see how long we've been recording real quick, guys. Gamers... We've been recording for about an hour and 12 minutes. So, I think what I'm going to do is we're probably going to call it an episode here and then start getting our barn together. Which this episode, again, was a lot of catching you guys up because of... I lost at least a video, maybe even two videos from OBS crashing, which is... makes me very sad. I think after this, though, we will be able to get the barn going, and then we'll be able to move our animals over. And I think making the mob grinders inside of the barn like that is a kind of a good idea. So I think we're going to leave it here, and next time we'll finish gathering up the clay and build our barn. Make some red terracotta and call her good. So thanks for stopping by. We got a lot left to do on Wagatopia Island. The starter island is far from complete. Again, I thank everybody for their support and have a good one.